Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Damilola. I'm your go-to girl for everything faith, lifestyle and beauty, essentially skincare. Guys, before we delve into today's video, I just want to say thank you to everyone that have subscribed to my channel, to everyone that have taken time out to watch the videos and like them and drop a comment. God bless you guys. And today's video is basically sequel to the last video I did, which is about transforming my skin from what it was before to what it is right now. Now, a lot of people have asked me about product recommendations, what to use on their skin, and the most common skincare concern has been hyperpigmentation, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. And the icing on today's cake is basically that we're going to be talking about skin types too, because the kind of products you're going to be using is largely dependent on what kind of skin you have. And we're going to be talking about the skin types you have, we're going to be talking about product recommendations, and we're going to be talking about treatment for hyperpigmentation and affordable options also, and how to then how your morning routine should go and how your evening routine should go. And I hope you love this one. Please do not forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and also do not forget to like and leave a comment. So without further ado, let's jump right into today's video. The skin types we have the normal skin, we have the dry skin, we have the combination skin, and we have the oily skin. Normal skin is a balanced skin. It's not very oily, it's not very oily, neither is it overly dry, while the combination skin is the one where the oily skin, the skin is oily on the T-zones. The T-zones are majorly your forehead area, the nose area, and the jaw area, while the other part of your skin is dry. While in the dry skin, you notice that your skin is overly dry, and your with the oily skin, your skin is overly oily every time. So how then do you identify the kind of skin you have? The most common method to identify the kind of skin you have is the wash and wait method, where you wash your skin with a normal cleanser and you wait for about 30 minutes, and without applying anything, you wait for 30 minutes and then you look at the state of your skin. So if after you washed your skin you realize that your skin is, after 30 minutes, it's dry, it's uncomfortable, it just looks very tacky, it just feels very dry, you know that you have a dry skin. But if after you washed your skin for and then you wait for 30 minutes, your skin is still very hydrated, it's not feeling uncomfortable, the oil is not too much, you probably have a normal skin. But if your skin is like overly oily and you can just see a lot of oil, let's say you even put a blotting paper or a tissue paper on your face and you can feel that there's a lot of oil coming back into that paper, you know you have oily skin. And if you just realize that there's just oil in your T-zone area, you know that you've got a combination skin, and that is how you know your skin type. Now that you can identify your skin type, let's go into what your morning routine should be and what your evening routine should be as a beginner or as somebody that wants an affordable skincare routine and also wants to tackle hyperpigmentation. What should your morning routine look like? Your morning routine should basically start with a cleanser. Now I'm going to talk about what cleansers are best for oily skin and for dry skin. Now a normal to combination skin can literally use any kind of cleanser. If you ask me, you don't need to be very picky about the things you use. Of course it's best to go for hydrating products. If you have a normal combination skin, to be fair, just go for hydrating product. But the extremes are like the dry and the oily skin, that they need to be very intentional about the kind of products they use. So for cleansers, I'm going to be using CeraVe as a very good example of what your cleanser should look like and what you should look out for if you have a dry skin or if you have a combination skin. For example, CeraVe has two type of or different kind of cleansers. They have hydrating cleanser, they have the foaming cleanser, they have the hydrating to foam cleanser, and those ranges of cleansers. Now if you've got a dry skin, you're going to benefit from using an hydrating cleanser, while if you've got oily skin, foaming cleansers have a way of kind of taking out excess oil from your skin and removing excess sebum. So it's best to go for foaming cleanser if you have an oily skin. So using Simple brand is a very affordable option, especially if you're starting your skincare routine or your skincare journey. Simple is even CeraVe is a very affordable, but Simple is more affordable than CeraVe. For Simple has two types of cleansers. They have the moisturizing cleanser, and they've got the refreshing facial wash, which I've used both of them before. And moisturizing face wash is best for those that have a dry skin because it ends up hydrating your skin. But if you are more on the oily side, you would benefit more from the you benefit more from the refreshing face wash, because that refreshing face wash has a way of just removing excess oil. It doesn't leave your skin as hydrated as, or it doesn't leave your skin feeling hydrated as much as a moisturizing face wash. So these are the things you have to look out for if you're looking out for cleansers. But your cleansers are very important part of your routines in the morning and even in the evening. Next step is toners or essences, which are basically hydrating products. Now, a toner and essence is not compulsory. It's just an extra hydration for your skin. I currently use a toner anyway, but because if you're starting your skincare journey, it's not compulsory. But if you've got a dry skin, you have to prioritize hydration and then add toners or essences to your routine. And I strongly recommend the snail mucin from Cox for essence. And if you need a toner, you can buy the brightening. Especially if you're also trying to tackle hyperpigmentation, you would benefit from the Good Molecules brightening toner. The next step would be your treatment serum. Now, like I said, we're talking about hyperpigmentation in this video. I currently use the Good Molecules discoloration serum. This is because the Good Molecules discoloration serum has like a couple of hyperpigmentation fighters in one bottle. So it has the tranexamic acid, it has the niacinamide, and I think it has a little bit of vitamin C. Now, other products would normally have like each bottle having like, oh, this is niacinamide, oh, this is vitamin C, oh, this is tranexamic acid. But I just like the fact that the bottle contains those ingredients in one bottle anyway, in like little percentage, maybe not in big enough percentage or anything like that, but I think it does the job for me, and I would recommend it if you're looking for something affordable to fight hyperpigmentation. You can also try niacinamide. Niacinamide also helps to fight hyperpigmentation. The one from Tia, because I realized that the one from The Ordinary did not work for me at the time, so you might want to try niacinamide. Vitamin C also is a good hyperpigmentation fighter. And the next thing in your step is the fourth step would be your moisturizers. Moisturizer is another product that is heavily influenced by the kind of skin type you have. So moisturizers usually come in two forms, in lotions and in creams. Now, lotions they have lighter texture than the creams. Creams have heavier textures because they have like they're made of more oils, while that of body lotions are made of more water in them. So if you've got a dry skin, you want to go for the thicker texture, which is the creams. If you've got an oily skin, you want to go for the lighter texture, which is the lotion. So CeraVe, for example, has the moisturizing cream and it has the moisturizing lotion. So if you've got a dry skin, it's best for you to go for the cream, and if you've got a oily skin, you go for the lotion. And guys, the last thing on your morning routine would be a sunscreen. Sunscreens are very important, especially if you are fighting hyperpigmentation. There is no fighting of hyperpigmentation if you're not wearing sunscreen, because the pigment on your skin is basically excess melanin. Because if you're a black person, you have more pigment on your skin and you are very prone to hyperpigmentation. The sun is like the biggest culprit for releasing the pigment or a melanin into our skin. So if you're fighting hyperpigmentation, you're using your discoloration serum, you're using your niacinamide, and you're not protecting that skin from further pigmentation, it's like +1 -1, and that's 0. That's like counterproductive. So you want to use sunscreens. Now, for product recommendation for sunscreens, I think I've tried about 4 sunscreens. I've tried the Bio UV, I've tried Skin Aqua, I've tried Misha, and I've tried Bondi Sandies, which I currently use right now because I got it in the country I am. Sunscreen is also something should also be influenced by the kind of skin you have, because whether you have an oily skin or you have a dry skin, sunscreens will feel very greasy. So for example, if you have a dry skin, you can go for more hydrating or more oily skin sunscreens. But if you have a oily skin, you want to make sure that your sunscreens that you're getting are more of matte, or things that will not further matte, the ones that have a matte finish that will not further increase your chances of being overly oily or overly greasy or things like that. So I find that the Bio UV was quite oily, but Misha gave a matte finish. Skin Aqua also gives a matte finish and is good for oily skin, while I've also used the Neutrogena. Yes, I remember I've used the Neutrogena Hydro Boost sunscreen, which I didn't like a lot, and it was very oily. So I think a dry skin would also benefit from Hydro Boost. And for my Bondi Sandies, I think Bondi Sandies is also very oily, so a dry skin will benefit from a Bondi Sandies sunscreen. And that's it for morning routine. So basically your morning routine consists of your cleanser, your toner if you're dry skin, your cleanser, your toner, your treatment serum, your moisturizer, and your sunscreen. Five steps in the morning. Now very quickly we'll move on into what your evening skincare routine should look like. For the evening skincare routine, you now need to double cleanse. So I've been talking about double cleanse in my previous videos, but I don't think I've ever really specified that you have to do it in the evenings, obviously. So double cleansings are just restricted to evening routine. So that's where you can now use your micellar water or your oil cleansers or even a cleansing balm to take off your excess sunscreens or your makeup or things like that. Please, if you still use a makeup wipe to take off your if you still use makeup wipes to take off your makeup or things like that, please stop. Makeup wipes are not they're not good for you, or they're not like your best bet. So just instead use a micellar water or use a cleansing balm or an oil cleanser. If you watch my previous video, I talked about the different kind of oil cleansers that you have used. I think the only one I've used is Simple because it's very affordable. Simple is affordable. It's an affordable brand. CeraVe is another affordable brand, but of course, like I always say, Simple is like more affordable than CeraVe. And I currently use micellar water anyway because I find it very quick, very affordable also, and any skin type can use micellar water. Then the next one would be your normal cleanser, and that's the cleanser that you would have used in the morning anyway, so you continue to use that to finish up your cleansing process. Then the next step in the evening is also for you to tone, and it's for you to tone and hydrate, or like use a toner and your hydration or your essence. And like I said earlier, it's not compulsory. If you do not have a dry skin, you can skip that. Then the third one will still be your treatment serum in the evenings. Please, then you can still use it. Like I said, we're talking about hyperpigmentation in this video, so you can continue to use your treatment serum, or if you have more than one serum, you can then decide to use the other serum in this time, the evening. Then you go on to use your moisturizer, and that's it for your evening routine. You don't need to use the sunscreen in the evening, obviously. Another thing that is very important when you're fighting hyperpigmentation is exfoliation. You need to exfoliate your skin to be able to exfoliate off the dead skin cells, to reveal newer, healthier skin cells, and also to break down the excess pigment. So if you've got pigments like hyperpigmentation, sunburn, all those things, you need the exfoliation to be able to break down all of those excess pigments and slow them away and take them away, and then reveal newer, healthier skin. And when you are revealing newer, healthier skin, you have to protect this new skin by wearing a sunscreen the next morning. So don't exfoliate if you know you are not ready to be very faithful with your sunscreen. Now, like I always say, make sure that you're only exfoliating 2 to 3 times in a week. And an affordable option for exfoliation is the HAA, which is a glycolic acid, and that's very good for hyperpigmentation. But if you've got oily skin and you are also trying to fight oiliness or excess sebum production, you might benefit more from BHAs, which is a salicylic acid. Glycolic acid was just like $7 to $10 or thereabouts. It's not very expensive, and it's like the most affordable exfoliating acid ever. So yeah, because it comes to like 120 mils or something like that. And yes, I'm just going to add, so when you're exfoliating, when does it come into your routine? When you're exfoliating, the first thing you need to do is to cleanse, and then you exfoliate. So exfoliation is the second step on your exfoliation routine. Cleanse, exfoliate, and then use your toner or your essence if you've got one, or if you've not gotten that, you can then use your serum and then use a moisturizer. That is how to infuse your exfoliation in your routine. And that's it, guys. I hope I covered everything I said I was going to cover in this video. Anyway, if you have any questions, if you found this helpful, please leave it in the comment section. And please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, please. Yes, please guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. God bless you and see you in the next one. Bye.